Hey guys, it's Jesse from GameFans.com here, and I have seen the future. Or maybe not. You know what? I'm not too sure, but the good news is that I got the chance to play PlayStation VR at my local Best Buy, and surprisingly enough, it actually works. So, first things first, the feeling of the headset. Overall, it feels pretty nice. Going into the experience, I was hesitant about how comfortable it would be with my glasses, but it wasn't bad. At first, there was a little bit of pressure, but after some adjusting, the pressure was relieved and I completely forgot I had the headset on. Unfortunately, my vision was just a little bit blurry. After each VR session, the PlayStation representative would clean the headset with a cloth and some kind of spraying solution, which might have contributed to the slight blur in the lens. Hopefully, this won't be a problem with consumer units come October. As for the VR itself, well, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced. You remember those commercials for the Wii, PlayStation Move, and Kinect where people are flailing their arms around like madmen, but when you tried to do that at home, it didn't really translate too well in the actual game? Yeah, VR is nothing like that. Flail your head around all you want, it's gonna work. That's kind of what I did when I first put on the headset, only instead of flailing, I looked around the cockpit in Battlezone, the game I had chosen. I could see every little bit of my surrounding. Actually, if I turned around and leaned to my side, I could see behind the chair I was seated in too. That little extra bit of detail goes so far at selling the VR experience. With VR, I no longer felt like I was playing a game, and as corny as this is going to sound, I felt like I was in the game itself. Yeah, I didn't physically get hurt, and there were moments when I had to remember which button to press on the controller to reload or switch weapons, but these brief moments aside, I felt like I was piloting my own tank, not commanding it from afar like I normally would in any other video game. Speaking of video games, I should probably talk about Battlezone. So, Battlezone is a shooter wherein you're piloting a tank, like I alluded to before. The objective is basically to shoot every red enemy that approaches you. The left stick moved my vehicle, while the right stick aimed the reticle. In this case, I was able to look around the inside of my vehicle to spot enemies and know where to aim my reticle. It came in handy when I was getting shot at from different sides. That said, it also became disorienting once the action started to ramp up. Then I couldn't help but whirl my head at the slightest explosion, trying to find where the culprit was to shoot them down. Overall, I think that Battlezone was the best way to experience PlayStation VR. Yes, I could have played Eve or I could have played a number of other games there, but Battlezone was really the only one where you were supposed to use both the controls and the headset simultaneously. It gave me a good feel for how this would play in a game that required both actions, something like maybe a future Uncharted, Ace Combat, or even a Warhawk revival. It gave me a good idea of how I would use the headset alone, as well as in conjunction with another input method. Now unfortunately I didn't get to use it with the PlayStation Move, as the games there weren't PlayStation Move compatible, but hopefully in the future, because Best Buy and GameStop will be updating their kiosks, I'll get to use it with the PlayStation Move controller, and I'll be able to update my impressions. But praises aside, I'm not really sure if I can call this the future of gaming. It's innovation, there's no doubt about that. But I don't think I believe that VR has staying power at the moment. Simply put, VR requires too much excessive interaction. That's fine for a while, but I've been sitting here asking myself how long I'd want to look around me all day if I'm playing an engrossing VR game, or if I'd be up to that early in the morning. Sometimes I just want to sit back and play. If you guys want to experience PlayStation VR, you can check out the link in the description to locate your nearest PlayStation VR kiosk. But before I go, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is VR here for the long run, or will it fizzle out like motion controls before it? Until next time, I'm Jesse from GameFans.com, and I'll see you guys later.